Thomas and Friends never got female characters right. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, I admit. Characters like Annie, Clarabelle, Daisy, and Mavis are classics. But I was talking about the main characters. I've never watched Big Adventure minus 3 episodes, and I don't want to. So I probably don't have every character. There might be another female character or two that I wouldn't care for or like. But the ones that we'll be talking about today are Emily, Rosie, Nia, and Rebecca. Keep in mind that everything I say is an opinion, so please do not hate on me. I'm not trying to be sexist or any way, just making note of a couple things. So let's get into it. Alright, so first up we got Emily. Now, in the beginning of season 7, she was really nice. Best of her appearances, and she was actually not a hated character, at least not in my opinion. She also acts her age, as she was built in the 1890s, and that would obviously make her older and wiser, which she acts like this season. Then the very next season gets a whole lot worse. In the hit era, it was probably one of the worst transitions from classic to hit of all the characters, I think. The main episode I remember from her is the one with her wanting to be a queen or whatever, and I genuinely hate that episode. Not just because of that, but as a child I still hated it, and that was before I knew anything about Emily technically being a wise character or whatever. And I don't really think she deserved to be a main. She was just introduced and she just suddenly gets to be a main character. It's not fun. I did not appreciate her being pushed. And then we got CGI, which is different. It's just depending on what season you watch. Sometimes she can be nice. The biggest one was that one with the globe. And sometimes horrid. My biggest example of that was in Flatbeds of Fear. I hate that episode because Emily just seems so off. Then again, I don't think she's ever actually been right, as the proper way she should be since season 7. So there's that. Out of all 4 of them on this list, I'd probably rank her 3rd, just because the last 2 I cannot stand, so that puts her slightly. Doesn't mean I like her, I despise her actually, but due to bad personality in the hit era, and also part of CGI, and also just inconsistency in general, makes her a hated character in many people's eyes, mine especially. So, yeah, on to the next one. Next up we have Rosie, which there's not much to talk about since for the most part she's kind of not there. But in season 10, whenever she was introduced, I thought she was really annoying with Thomas. Thomas is already an annoying character, and Rosie just figured out how to make it worse. CGI is... she's actually okay in this one. And I do especially love that red paint job, because it just felt right, and I felt like other characters could have went good with that, like Arthur, Oliver, and Duck without their respective old railways still just plastered on their sides. She is the best one on this list due to the fact that for the most part she's fine in CGI anyways, but I still don't like her, and I still don't consider her canon, just like I don't consider Emily canon. But Rosie's definitely a step up, unlike the other 2. Alright, so I hate Nia in so many ways, and I'm not gonna sit here and dissect every single thing, so we're just gonna get the gist of it. also because I don't really watch CGI, so I can't get in depth fully. So, in Voila, the movie, I didn't actually watch it, but from what I've heard based on like reviews, because I'm never gonna watch it, she actually has a decent amount of depth to her. But and if she was like a side character, like say like a birth got added, like same way it did with Emily, then she would actually be a great character. But the writers put Edward as getting replaced, which is stupid, and I hate it. And it makes me cry because he didn't deserve that. He was. I'm saying all this, and he's dead in my canon, so I don't know. Might be a little bit hypocritical. But then, whenever Gordon is rightfully upset about it, Nia just says, "Oh, everything's fine. You change is good. All change is always good." And I think that's extremely stupid because Nia doesn't deserve it. Edward does. And the other two episodes I've ever watched, Nia kind of does nothing except mention Africa, and that's awfully annoying. And I just do not like her. Felt like if she had, can't believe I'm going to say this, but she had more like an Emily treatment where she gradually got put in and not just movie and then she's in, then that would have been better, I feel. So yeah, this one is definitely the second worst because the next one we already know who it is based on the rest of this list, but this one I cannot stand. Alright, so undoubtedly the worst one of this list, and it's not even going to be close. We got Rebecca. Now, if they kept their original idea, which was, I think, to just have her be introduced in late season 21, and then get her gradually into the Steam team, that would be okay. She wouldn't be as bad, I feel. But in the actual show, she kind of just shows up, and then she's basically part of the Steam team, which I don't. I feel like they need to address what being on the Steam team actually counts as, because it's got characters like Duck, Dom, Douglas, and Oliver who deserve to be on the Steam team more than her. That's just my opinion, though. And she basically has no purpose, because unlike Nia, she has no depth. She's just basically happy-go-lucky character number 5,625. And yeah, undoubtedly the worst because, like, at least with Emily, she has some upsides with Emily would be season 7, but Rebecca has none. She's just annoying when she comes in, and then whenever she comes out, because she's not in All Inches Go, and I find that hilarious. Since Mattel decided to introduce this female character as a mainstay, and then she's just getting cut, which is the funniest thing in the world to me. So yeah, with that, I want to hand off to you guys. Do you think I was too harsh on them, or do you have similar opinions? Sound off in the comments. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.